Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane and welcome along to your Saturday morning news. On today's news, we'll be discussing Harry Kane's hat-trick last night in the World Cup qualifier against Albania, a potential return for Gareth Bale to Tottenham Hotspur, Antonio Conte wanting to sign an American midfielder who currently plays for Juventus, and more about Antonio Conte banning two very popular sources from the Tottenham Hotspur training ground. All of that and much more coming up soon. So without further ado, let's delve straight into it. But look, we do have some very interesting news to delve into today. As I say, some very interesting reports. And look, I just thought it'd be better to do weekly news instead of daily news, because daily news, you know, there's not too many talking points. And if there is, they're not big talking points. When if we do one every single week, we can go through all the big talking points that did take place in the week. Obviously, we'll still have the breaking news videos and whatnot, but I thought it'd be much better to do, you know, the weekly news, because then we can fit everything into one jam-packed episode. More content, better content, just overall much better. But look, happy Saturday as well. Hope you're all having a blinding weekend. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend, and hope you all have a fantastic Saturday and Sunday. So look, let's delve into our first report. Let's start off with some fun news. Let's start off with some very fun news. And Antonio Conte has banned ketchup and mayonnaise from the Tottenham Hotspur training ground. Antonio Conte bans ketchup and mayonnaise. It's a very strange story, Spurs and ketchup. Obviously under who was the manager before Redknapp? I'm forgetting his name now, but the manager before Redknapp had to say Juan de Ramos. That's it. Juan de Ramos at Spurs, he banned ketchup. And look, it was very strange. And the players, he almost lost the dressing room. Well, he lost the dressing room at the same time for not being a brilliant manager and not getting us in the places we wanted to be in the league. But at the same time, partially lost the dressing room from banning ketchup, as it is a very popular sauce. And a lot of people love ketchup. I don't know if I could live my life properly without ketchup. You know, absolutely brilliant. But look, have it with most things. But it's a very strange one, this. I can't really understand why you do it. I mean, he's also banned pizza as well from the training ground. I understand that because it's unhealthy, but surely ketchup isn't that bad. And same situation with mayonnaise. Surely they're not that bad. But then again, you know, I'm not the person to talk to when it comes to calories or what's healthy or what's not healthy. You know, I don't know all that stuff. But Conte banning ketchup. Now, you know, it's happened a couple of times with Spurs, but it's also happened with England. You know, Fabio Capello, he banned butter and ketchup. And, you know, you hear players talk about that, the likes of Ben Foster. He wasn't happy. Oh, obviously, he loves a good bottle of ketchup. But look, he wasn't happy. A lot of the players weren't happy. And, you know, Peter Crouch as well has spoken openly. And hopefully it's not the same with Conte. But banning ketchup and mayonnaise could lose the dressing room. But anyway, I digress. Moving on to the next piece of news. Last night, England did take on Albania in a World Cup qualifier and did win by 5-0 with a Harry Kane hat-trick, a goal from Jordan Henderson and a goal from the slabhead himself, 50p head, 50p face Harry Maguire. We're shushing the fans, which I can't understand. But anyway, it's not a United channel, it's a Spurs channel. Harry Kane scores a hat-trick, a very good hat-trick. Well, it weren't, you know, a couple, you know, a decent goal and a couple iffy goals, you know. It's not the type of goals that you go, well, you know, it doesn't matter how they go in, because every single one of them was absolutely brilliant. The first one, bullet-headed, you know, right in there, Harry. Absolutely bulleting it, smashing it into the back of the onion bag. Second goal, does the defender, top bins. And the third goal, a bicycle kick. So, you know, one of the best hat-tricks you could score. Header, left foot, right foot. A complete hat-trick. That's what he did last night. And look, fair play to him, because he ran around a lot more yesterday. He showed a lot more passion. And hopefully he can do it for Spurs against Leeds. Hopefully he can. But look, let's move on to the next piece of news. More news about Antonio Conte and a player he does want to bring in. Antonio Conte wants to buy Weston McKennie for Spurs, as he sees him as the modern day Arturo Vidal. That does come out from Gazzetta dello Sport, as I say, that report. Look, very interesting news. Me personally, I really highly rate Weston McKennie. I think he's a fantastic holding midfielder who can hold up play so well, and is a playmaker. He has that creativity. So if Antonio Conte is looking to stick with that back five, that midfield two partnership, as I say, in the front three, Weston McKennie would really fit into that, whether that's Skip and McKennie or Højbjerg and McKennie, because I think that's what we're lacking, because there's no two ways about it. On his day, Højbjerg's a fantastic player. On his day, Skip's a fantastic player. But on their day, both of them don't have the creativity we need to score goals. Hence the fact we didn't score and have another shot on target against Everton. But we did have a lot of chances, but we didn't have one shot on target. So we need that creativity. But we also need someone who can hold up play, who can dominate that midfield area with someone next to him. And Weston McKennie and Højbjerg, or Weston McKennie and Skip, is the stuff of dreams. And it just seems, you know, these targets are really making sense. Under Jose Mourinho, you know, we're hearing Spurs are going after this player, Spurs going after that, and we're thinking, how do they fit into the team? But now you're looking at Conte's targets, Diverge, back three, as I say, you're looking at, you know, Weston McKennie straight in the team. You're looking at Gareth Bale, who we'll get onto in a second, and it just fits so well, and you can understand why he's targeting these players, unlike under Jose. So look, Weston McKennie potentially coming to Spurs. Conte views him as a modern day Arturo Vidal. Let me know what you guys make of that in the comment section below. And let's move on to our final report, in that Gareth Bale has been once again, it's habit now, Spurs being linked with Bale every single summer, but Gareth Bale has been once again linked to Spurs for a return, as Conte wants him back at White Hart Lane, wants him back at the Lane, wants him back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And look, I would be very, very open to that move. I can understand people saying, you know, he's 32. It doesn't give the likes of Brian Hill or Lucas Moura a chance to play when those players are so talented. But I think you look at a player like Bale and you look at his statistics, and a lot of stats I don't listen to. Because in all honesty, I think a lot of stats are a load of cobblers, right? This is very old school, a load of cobblers. But I think a lot of stats are rubbish. I think possession means nothing. I think, you know, a lot of stats don't mean anything when it comes to how the game turns out. But you look at Gareth Bale's stats. He had the best goals in the minutes he played last season. He had the most goals in the minutes he played out of any player in the Premier League. And he rarely started. He came off the bench a lot of the time. Impact player, would score a goal like he did against Brighton or other sides. You know, you start him against a poor side, he will absolutely dismantle the opposition. He did it against Sheffield, did it against Leicester. He has a fantastic goals per minute ratio, as I say. He has a fantastic ratio of putting the ball into the back of the onion bag, and I would be very, very open to him returning to Spurs. But look, let me know what you guys think about all of the news today about Gareth Bale potentially returning to Spurs. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, come on you Spurs, Enoch out. In Conte, we trust.